Okay, welcome back to the Rise and Shine show. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm glad you're here because today's going to be a really fun show. So, mental health struggles are touching so many people's lives, I've noticed. I feel like you can't, have any conversation without there being somebody who can relate to that or who has a loved one who is struggling, whether it's anxiety or panic or mood instabilities or depression. And for many families, it can feel so overwhelming and just absolutely terrifying to navigate. Often the story is told to people is that these diagnoses are something that they have to manage for life, and that the diagnosis and their treatment plans, or whatever those may be, if they even have them at all, a lot of people don't get help, but that are the only path forward, and that there isn't much room beyond that. It's just this somewhat managed diagnosis, and this is as good as it's going to get. But today's guest has lived inside that story, but also beyond that story. Her first major mental health break happened when she was just 15 years old, followed by years of bipolar and psychosis episodes and hospitalizations and overall just an instability. Today, she's out from her last episode years and years ago, is living, her a full life and a grounded life, a happy life. She's doing very well. So this conversation isn't just necessarily about a one size fits all. It's just really wanting to open up this really big topic and talk to somebody who's lived the experience and the other side, the resilience that goes with that. I'm just really honored to share Sarah Abat with you. And welcome,
Hi.
Sarah. Thanks for
Yeah, I'm
being
happy
here.
to be here. I'm super happy to share my story and excited to inspire other people and let them know that it is possible to heal mental health stuff. 100%.
That's what we're here. That's what we're here to do.
Yes.
Remember, that healing is possible. We're truly are made to heal, and this is a living example of that.
Yes.
So I want to just dive right into Sarah's story and kind of get into just like when it all started. So can you take us back to when just it first started with you? So you're 15. What was
Yeah.
it like in your life at that time? Kind of bring us back there for a minute.
Yeah. So I'm 28 now, and this was back when I was 15. I had lived in Marietta my whole entire life, grew up there, everything had friends, and then we ended up moving to Vista. And it seems like right after we moved, I don't know, something just I think it might have been the stress and just new environment, everything. Like I didn't know anybody. I was starting a new school. And then just one day I just flipped a switch, literally in my room. I was, starting to feel, really paranoid. I had, these, thoughts that I was, thinking, really things that weren't true, things about my parents, what is it called?
Like
Like,
delusion.
delusions, really intense delusions, yeah, really intense delusions. I was it was really bad, and my mom can tell something was up because me and my mom, we were, super close and everything, and I was, acting really weird that day. And I actually ended up, locking myself in my room because I was, really scared of my parents for some reason, and my mom, she was, knocking on my door, she's like, "Sarah, what's wrong?" And I was, hearing voices, I was hearing, literally yeah, I was, literally hallucinating, hearing voices, hearing, really negative things, "Those aren't your parents, they're robots." Just, all this crazy stuff, and I was I thought, people were watching me, through my phone. I was, on my phone, messaging some random person off of Facebook that I didn't even know, thinking I was, thinking that my sibling was this person messaging me and, telling me stuff. It was yeah, and then my mom, she was knocking at my door, and she's like, "Sarah, open up." And I locked myself in there. I was literally, hiding under my bed. I was just scared. I don't know. I was yeah, a lot was going on. And then, my mom, she was, getting freaked out. She knew something was, definitely
Did
going
she
wrong.
think you were like on something? Was she
I don't
like
know what
having
she
like an
thought.
acid
And
trip or something?
I don't know what she thought in that moment. I mean, they know, I'm very open with my mom. I tell her everything. If I was doing drugs, she would know. She would
Yeah.
know. So she knew I wasn't doing anything weird that would, make me act weird or anything.
Mhm.
So I think she was just, very confused and, worried. She had the motherly instinct. She just knew something
Something's
was
not
wrong.
right. Yeah.
And so my dad, he came and he actually ended up, like, literally knocking down my door, and at that point, I was, like, screaming, like, in my room, and then,
'Cause you
like, for
thought they
some
were,
reason,
like, coming after you.
yeah, and I, like, was getting this thought, like, "Oh, they're gonna kill you, like, your dad is gonna kill you." And I was, like, screaming, "Don't kill me, like, don't kill me." And, like, yeah, they, like, did not know what to do. My parents ended up calling the police, and they ended up coming up, and they're like, "Okay." Police were like they were convinced I was, like, taking drugs. They're like, "What drugs are you on? Like, show us where all your drugs are." They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, saying like, "Show me where your drugs are." Blah, blah. I'm like, "I don't have any," and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna have to either bring her to jail or the hospital." And my parents
Like, jail? What?
I know, right? Yeah, that was an option for some
Somebody
reason.
who
I don't
needs
know why.
help, and you have to
Isn't
go to
that messed
jail.
up?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Imagine my parents were like, "Okay, yeah, let's bring her to jail."
Yeah, like, she's screaming for her life because she actually thinks she's gonna die, and we're gonna take her to jail.
Yeah, exactly. And so my parents like, "Okay, we'll bring her to the hospital," like, and they ended up handcuffing me too. This is kinda funny. When they're handcuffing me, I was just, like, telling the cop, I'm like, "Your hands are sweaty." I was, like, telling him that. I remember my dad telling me I thought it was really funny that I told him that.
You notice. You're like, "I'm coherent enough to know that your hands are sweaty."
And then, yeah, after that, they ended up taking me to the hospital.
Did they drug test you?
They did, yeah, they didn't find anything in my system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I ended up going to the hospital, they diagnosed me with schizoaffective disorder, which is like a form of schizophrenia, I believe. And then I was in the hospital for like probably a month straight, like a whole entire month straight.
And what were they so were you in, like, the regular hospital? Like, the
Oh, it was like a
like a
mental hospital, I'm pretty
mental health
sure. It's hard to
yeah.
remember also. I don't know if that they brought me to like a regular hospital first, but I know like during that time, I for sure went to, like, a mental hospital for a month, like,
Yeah.
straight,
Mhm.
and I was there so long because every medication they, like, had me on a medicine for, like, a week.
Mhm.
They didn't really even test it out, like, longer than a week. It either, like, didn't work at all, or I had, like, some allergic reaction to it or something, like, I remember I had a seizure at one point from it. I had, like, some really weird symptoms, like, my face was, like, stuck, like, in a specific it was, like my body was, like, stiff.
No.
I, like, had really bad symptoms from, like, all the medicine, and it was just, like, trial and error for everything, and it didn't even, like it was really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
was
here you are, like, 15 years old, and, I mean, were you able to see, like, your parents throughout this?
yeah, I was, but it was really weird. I didn't trust my parents for some reason.
Yeah, that must have been so
Yeah,
hard
it
for your
was,
parents,
like
like, as a parent to, like, be wanting to help your kid, and then they're, like, scared of you, and
exactly, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was so intense. It was the hardest thing I know they had ever been through. Yeah, and, like, they thought I wasn't gonna, like, come back, like, be normal again. Yeah.
So then you were in the hospital for a month, and what let you out? Like, how did you get out of the hospital? What was the conditions that you decided it was time to come out?
So eventually, I think they found some medications that were like finally able to work, and I was like somewhat stabilized. But after that, I suffered from like a lot of like things I never had before, like really bad anxiety. I would get like really bad like panic attacks. Like yeah, my mania was under control. And, like I was kind of stable, but I was having like so many other, like, mental health symptoms and everything, like, after getting out, and, yeah, so that was really hard. I, like, struggled so much with, like, going back to school, and, like, I had, like, such bad anxiety going to school. Like, I had to, like, be drugged up on, like, Ativan. I don't know if you know what that is, but, I had to take that every day just to, like, go to school,
Yeah.
and so, like, I was not there at all during high school. Like, when I got back after that, like, I was not the same.
And how
Yeah,
did
and then
that impact your social life? How did your friends react and respond to what you were going through? You said you'd moved, so it was probably like a new school too, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, you know what happened? I ended up doing homeschooling. I think right after this happened, and it was like I would do like an online thing and just go in because I could not deal with like going to a public school at that point, you know. I had to do something easy for me, so that's what I did, I think.
Did you notice that more stressful situations would trigger everything more?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I had like really bad anxiety, like literally just like going out, like going to the mall, going in a restaurant, like I could not even, like, walk around in a mall without having, like, a panic attack. I'd, like, literally start, like, shaking and crying. And I even remember at one point I couldn't drive, like, I couldn't leave the house, and I felt like I had, like, agoraphobia. Do you know what
Mhm,
that is? It's, like, when you
mhm.
get, like, scared of, like, literally leaving your house. I feel like I had that, and I was, like, terrified to drive. Like, I would have, like, symptoms while driving, like, my leg would just start shaking, like, intensely, and that scared me because I was like, "Oh my god, what if, like, I could crash, like, this is dangerous,"
Yeah,
driving, having all
yeah,
these symptoms, and I'm pretty sure it was just from all the medicine I was on too.
yeah.
So
So
that was really hard.
were they changing the meds around during this time, or did they keep you
Uh,
on?
I think I think they were, like, keeping it pretty stabilized,
Mhm,
and I was, like, going to see, like, a therapist and, like, talking with someone a
mhm.
lot too. I feel like that was good and stuff, but
And
yeah, I
that
was,
kinda,
like,
like
seeing
do you feel like that, like, helped you be able to manage certain conditions, like, manage when you feel this way, you do this thing, like, gave you tools, I guess, is
I
what
think
I'm asking.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it helps. Also, I think, like, having support to, like, talk to someone, like, rather than my, like, my parents, that was helpful too. Yeah. Yeah, but it was still really hard, just dealing with all the symptoms, just trying to be like a normal
Teenager.
teenager.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to, like, go out and have fun. I didn't wanna be, like, having this mental health stuff going on and, like yeah.
Did you ever think you were ever gonna be different than that?
I didn't think so, no. Thought I was gonna just be like that forever. Yeah. Yeah, and it was hard because I was trying to get a job, I was trying to be stable, I was trying to, like
You're like, "This is my life, I better go, like,
yeah.
do
Well,
it."
actually, this was, like, a little bit old when I was a little bit older, like, I was trying to, like, get a job, but it was so hard because I had, I would, like what is it called? When you feel like you're out of your body, not even in your body, I would get that a lot too, and that was, like
Like, the
I hated that.
depersonalization, is that what that is?
Yeah, it was, like, this is so it was, like what is it called?
It's not the depersonalization, or is
Yeah,
it?
I think it was depersonalization. It was I would get that too, and that was, like, really intense. Yeah.
Wow, it sounds
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, at one point I was getting, like, pretty normal and okay again, but then
like, were you doing, like, meditation or, like, yoga, or, like, what were some of the other things you were trying to do to find peace?
seeing a therapist, I think just, like, also the medicine actually did help and stabilize me. Yeah, and I was pretty stable for a while, and I actually got off my medicine at one
Mhm,
point. I don't remember how many years I was off of it, but then I got bad again because and I had a manic episode because, I started messing around with, like, psychedelics and stuff,
mhm,
and that's what got me, like, bad again, and I was, like
yeah,
even just smoking weed, I was smoking weed and, like, I was doing all this stuff. I was, like, deep in, like, just partying and, like, having a good time, and I was, like,
yeah,
feeling better too after a while. I don't
yeah,
remember how
that's
many
kinda what
days.
happens, right? Like, you feel better, so you're like,
Exactly.
"I'm get to, like, be normal, and I wanna live normal, and I'm
Exactly,
gonna do what
yeah.
everyone else is doing," and you think, like, "I can handle that, haven't had any problems, I'm off my meds," and
Mhm. Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna, like, go full in and just go do all this fun stuff. But it backfired. I my mom it's funny too, cause like, my mom knew everything I would do. Like, I would tell her, I'd be like, "Oh, mom, I'm gonna do shrooms." Be like, "I'm gonna be doing, like, this" and she's like, "Oh," but she was, like, always really worried, cause especially, like, my bipolar, she's like yeah, she would be worried about it.
I
And
bet.
then eventually yeah, so I remember I was in a relationship with this guy, and, like, we would do a lot of we would go to raves, we
Mhm.
would do drugs at the raves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, like, this one time we took, like, shrooms, and I was like yeah, I was feeling good, and then, like, the next day I was, like, still feeling good, I'm like, "Oh my gosh," and I was like I was feeling too good, and then I
Yeah.
spiraled into, like, a manic episode, and that was really bad, it lasted a really long time. It was really hard on my parents again.
Were you still living at home at that point?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was still living at home, and then no, it's funny because actually I was living at home, but I was trying to, like, live with my boyfriend at the time who I was with, and I was, like, telling my mom, I'm like, "I'm gonna go live with him," and I started driving.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "I'm going to his house to live with him," and then I literally just drove into Tijuana.
Just
Yeah.
not planned?
No, like, this was, like, at my mania moment, like, I just, like, went into Tijuana and, like, I, like, went through, and then I came out. And then I was at the border, but I was, like, trying to run away from home also for some
Mhm,
reason,
mhm.
'cause I didn't wanna be with around my parents. I was, like, annoyed at
Always don't
them.
wanna be controlled maybe or something. You're like, "I'm
Yeah.
fine. The mania is fun." I mean, I know for people that I know who are in a manic episode, they, like, don't wanna not be in their manic
No, literally,
episode.
that's how I
They're
was.
like, "Catch me
I
if you
loved it.
can, because this is fun. You're not bringing me down."
Literally, no, that was me. Like, I loved it, and but when I came back, and for some reason, I was on the missing persons list when I came back from Tijuana. It's hard for me explaining all this also because I have, like, blocks in my memory too, so if it's, like, seems scrambled, it is very scrambled even to me. I, like, still don't even know the whole everything that happened. But I was on the missing persons list, basically, and I wanted to not be at home, and, and then, like, the people in TJ, they're like, "You're on the missing persons list, so that means we have to, like,
Take you home.
either call your parents right now or send you to jail." And
Back
I
to
was like,
jail.
"Oh, go to jail."
Yeah.
I literally chose that. I chose to go to jail rather than have them call my parents and tell me that, like, I'm, like, on the missing persons list, which was that was just a whole crazy experience.
So then now you're in jail.
Yeah, so I literally was in jail for, like, a week, 7 days.
Just hearing you and, like, knowing you and seeing you. You picture people that are in jail,
Yeah.
you know, that they somehow might have done something to deserve it or like, well, you brought this on yourself. And as I'm hearing you, it's like you were sick. Like you were actually sick. Like
Mhm.
the drugs definitely like triggered, but that doesn't happen to all these other people that are doing tons of drugs a lot more
Yeah,
than you.
exactly.
And you just like never came off, never came down. And yeah, that's just like feels really important to remember when we're
Yeah,
trying to have compassion for people that are, you know, on the streets. I know that we kind of know that, but this is just a
yeah.
reminder. Yeah.
And it's funny too because at some point during when I had a manic episode, I was literally on the streets of San Diego, like downtown, with no phone or anything, and just like basically home. I mean, yeah, I have a home, I have a family, but like I like did not have my phone. I was like literally, I decided to be homeless and
Yeah.
live on the streets and didn't have
Yeah.
food or anything for like a whole 24 hours. And that was
Yeah.
another thing, crazy thing that happened with me when I
And
was,
something, I mean, what so much bad stuff could have happened to you.
yeah,
Because you're not, because yeah, some people are struggling with their mental health, and some people are, you know, in a very dark place and doing dark things, and, so, I mean,
yeah.
that is really scary.
Yeah, I really feel for, like, the people I see on the streets also just, they have mental health stuff. They're, like, talking to themselves. They're,
Mhm.
like, that could have been me. If I didn't have support from my family, that could have been me just on the streets, like, literally just talking to nothing, talking, yeah,
Lost in, like, the
it's so
shuffle.
sad.
Yeah,
It's so sad. Yeah.
it is, and then so you were hospitalized, it sounds like at least once, where did that happen again?
What happened, like, throughout my whole thing, it probably happened, like, 4 times I was hospitalized.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, and it was really
Wow.
bad too because when I was in jail, they could only let me leave if there was proof that I had a mental illness. Like, they, were, really trying to keep me in there.
Mhm.
My parents got really lucky because, our old next door neighbors was a cop, and my mom, had a feeling that I was, in jail, or she had a feeling that she had to
You
talk
must
to
have been
him.
so worried.
Yeah, and, so they went over there and, he looked me up in the system, and I, came up right away. And
And then
so
they could
yeah,
go prove that you yeah, because you weren't gonna ask for help because you were in, you know, a full state or full break.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And at that point, you so finally you came home and they put you back on meds, or did you go in the hospital maybe?
I think after that, I think I was back in the hospital after that, yeah. Like, I also had a big thing where I would not wanna take my medicine at all. Like,
Yeah,
that
I
was,
think
a
that's
big
common.
issue between my parents and I, I didn't wanna take it, I hated
Why
having
didn't you wanna
to
take it?
because I liked the high from being
Mhm.
manic. I enjoyed it, even though I was, so bad and reckless, I hated how the medicine made me feel, it made me feel like I had no emotions. I felt, numbed down. It was, really bad, and, I hated it. Yeah.
So the meds might have made you easier to keep safe, but it was, like, not a way you wanted to experience life.
Yeah, definitely
That
not.
is so tricky for people, like, that are going through that and their families because
Mhm.
I would definitely wanna tranquilize you and make sure you
I
couldn't get
know.
away. But at the same time, like, that is that's no way you wanna live.
Exactly.
Then
Yeah.
what? What happened then?
So
Did they keep trying different meds? Did you try another way? Like,
yeah, I think I remember eventually, so I had been in the hospital like 4 times probably throughout my life. Oh, and then by the way, after this, I forgot to say, after like my second hospitalization, they actually diagnosed me with bipolar. I don't remember if it was bipolar. It's funny, I don't even remember if it was bipolar 1 or 2, but it's the one where you get manic more. Cause I was like just mostly manic. I didn't really get too much. I did get depression sometimes, but like
you, like,
it
never
was
came down?
like 80% mania, honestly.
Whoa, that would be so exhausting. Like, you would
Yeah.
probably never sleep or
I didn't, that was the thing, I literally didn't sleep at all, and I
yeah,
was, like, always on a high wired, and, like, I felt like I was, like, I knew everything. I was like, "I know" this was, like, another sign my parents had, like I said, "I feel like Einstein." I told my mom that, I'm like, "I feel like Einstein, like, I know everything."
yeah.
Like,
Like,
she was
"Uh-oh,
like
time to call
she's
the
like
doctor."
yeah. Oh, and then something funny happened. This was, like, right before I had, like, my big manic episode when I was 15. It's really funny, actually. My parents went to go see a play with their friends, and the play was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Okay.
which is, like, literally about someone going through, like, what I went through, and this happened right before. I'm like, "Whoa, that's, like, a sign."
Yeah.
And
They
I'm
were just
like,
trying to
"That's
prepare
crazy."
them, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
So then so it sounds like, you were now this is a few years, right? And you had some time that you had no meds, but now you're back on meds, and they don't feel great, and you're stable, and then
Yeah.
what happened?
So I was like yeah, I was like somewhat stable. Like I think at this point, it's hard for me to remember, but I would like get out of the hospital, be home, be okay. I would try doing going to school and all that, like trying to be normal or do something and like something would happen. I would have like a trigger, like too much stress or something, and then I would get back into being in a manic episode. Then I had to go back into the hospital again because my parents couldn't handle it. And it was like a cycle, like, this was just happening, like, on and off multiple times.
And was that because you would come on and off the meds, or just the meds wouldn't work at some point?
No, I was still on the I think I was still, like, on the meds, yeah.
They just, like, wouldn't sometimes it just wouldn't work.
Yeah,
And they would probably
definitely.
try to change them again, or
Yeah, well, so near the end, when I was having my, like, last manic episode I've ever had, they actually found a medicine that they literally inject it into your leg. It's really intense, it's like an antipsychotic, and it lasts for a whole entire month. And
wow.
that medicine was, like, the one medicine that actually, like, works, but it made me feel like the worst than I've ever felt in, like, my entire life. Like, I literally was, like I couldn't even laugh. Like, I would, like if something funny was playing on TV, I'd just be no I had, like, complete no emotions at all.
Whoa, I wonder what that was like for your parents to see, like, the person they knew not act like herself. Well, I
Yeah.
guess they're used to all different things happening, but that would be really wild to, like, see that, like, life out of your
Mhm.
kid.
And that was, like, the most depressed I got, and that was, like, near the end, and that was, like, right before, though, my mom found medical medium information. And that's what changed my life, basically, that finding information.
And tell us what medical medium information is for those who don't know.
Okay, well, medical medium he's, like, helped millions of people worldwide, like, heal from, like, health like, all types of health stuff, like chronic health issues, like mental health. Like, people have gone, like, out of wheelchairs literally from his information.
And so she talked to him, or she found a book, or she listened to him. How did she find this information?
Yeah, she was do you know the Hay House?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really into, like, the Hay House podcast,
Mhm.
and he was brought up in the Hay House podcast, and, like, she looked into him, and, yeah, that's how she found out about him.
So we know that I love medical medium information. For those who don't know, it's Anthony William, and he's known as the medical medium. And so it sounds like Sarah's mom, um, yeah, listened to a show and heard about him, and something must have caught her attention. That's like
Yes.
maybe this is gonna help my
Yes. Also, my mom was struggling with some stuff too. She had a cancer, and she was like, she also wanted to find the information to help herself too.
Okay, so she might have just been listening to health in general, and then she's
Yeah.
like
I don't know
was it
specifically what she heard on the podcast,
what changed for
but
you?
I know when she read the books, like, actually got the books and read them, she just, like, resonated with it so much and was like, "This is, like, exactly like, this is, like, speaking to me and, like, speaking to my soul, and, like, I know that this is, like, real information that'll actually help me and not, like, some other books that just, like, talk about, 'Oh, if you go vegan, you'll cure everything.'" Like, this is, like, way beyond that. This is not even about, like, the types of food or anything. It's, like, like, soul level stuff, you know? So I
Yeah,
feel like that's why my mom, like, really resonated with it,
and then
and
did
I
she,
did
like
too. It took a little bit for me,
okay.
but I did too.
Yeah, how did she
I'm full
introduce
in it
that
now.
to you? Because, like, I know I see other parents and people in the community, wanting to share it with people and wanting to share it with their loved ones and their kids, and it's just can be so challenging, because not everyone wants to always know or hear, and so as I mean, what was that like for you? She's coming to you and she's saying something to you or she's giving you something, like, what how did that start?
Yeah, well, I was so bad to the point yeah, she was even she I was, like, so bad that I couldn't really do anything, like, I was just at
Yeah, you
home.
weren't
I
functioning.
wasn't really doing my mom was doing everything for me because I was so
Yeah,
mentally ill,
yeah.
and she was giving me the medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie
Mm.
every day, and I love that smoothie, but it tasted so good, and that's what helps me. It removed the metal literally, like, removed the metals from my brain, which medical medium says is the main cause of, like, mental health issues, like, something to do with it messes with the electricity in your brain,
Mhm.
and also with the adrenaline too, like, does something to your brain and, like, the metals can, like, melt and affect the electricity. Yeah, so I remember I read about that too, and I was like, "Whoa, this, like, makes so much sense." Like, yeah, it makes so much sense.
Mhm.
And she gave that to me for, like, a year straight, and I think I would drink it every day. After like, I hadn't had any manic episodes, like, the whole entire year was drinking that at all, like and that was, like, amazing for me because I was just, like, back to back having, manic episode after manic episode.
And so did you feel different? Did you notice anything different?
I definitely did, I was feeling more like I was grounded, which was, like, something I was not at all. I was not in my body probably yeah, I definitely was in my body, like, before. I feel like I was becoming, like, more grounded and, like, I wasn't having I was, like, more stabilized. I was becoming more stabilized. I wasn't having delusions anymore, so that was good. I wasn't having, like, hallucinations, like, I don't think I was having the voices or, like, hearing stuff as much, and I can just tell my mental health, like, I was becoming, like, more clear, like yeah. It was really, like yeah, it was really crazy,
And
amazing.
then, like, so you were just taking drinking these and I guess since your medication at that point was like a monthly shot or a shot as needed maybe? Was
Oh,
it
I
like a
was still doing I think at that point for, like, a year, I was still doing I was still taking medicine, but eventually, I think after a year, I was like I asked my mom, I'm like, "Mom, I literally, like, can't do this. I can't do these shots anymore, like, I am" like, I told her, well, they already knew I wasn't feeling good from it, but,
they're probably
yeah, I was like,
scared.
I wanna go back to normal. I don't wanna have no emotions. I wanna" like,
Yeah.
I was
Feel.
telling my mom too, I'm, like, scared I'm gonna be this for the rest of my life, Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't wanna live like this, like, that's how
Mhm.
depressing it was. I'm like, "I don't want this at all."
Mhm.
So, I was able they stopped, thank God. They stopped the shot thing.
They were probably so scared to stop too, like, I'm sure your mom didn't want that for you either, but she
Yeah.
probably was so afraid to
Mhm.
go off of it, right?
Yes, definitely, especially
So
my
it's
dad,
crazy.
he was, like, serious because I had other medicine I was still taking, like, orally,
Mhm.
and he did not want me to ever get off that actually at all, and I was on that medicine too, or the other stuff for a while, like, even after the year of doing the HMDS, I was on medicine for, like, I think maybe, like, 3 years.
Mhm.
Then after, like, 3 years, I was, like, only taking one thing, like, one medicine left. I was like, "Okay, I've been stable for 3 years now, no manic episode." I'm, like, literally feeling normal now. Like, I
Mhm.
literally feel, like, completely normal. Like,
Mhm.
my anxiety lifted, I don't get panic attacks anymore.
Mhm.
Like, I feel, like, way more in my body. I'm not getting the depersonalization. I was just, like, fully it was just crazy how fast it happened and, like, how, like, good I'm like, "Why doesn't everyone in the world do this?" Like, I'm like, "Oh."
It's like because I always think, like, when you're like, the young people, I feel that same way, like, young people, like, do you know how quick, like, you could get cleaned up because
Yeah,
you've been here this long and not 40 years, not 45, not 50, 60, 70, it takes a lot longer,
yeah,
depending on what you've got going on, of course, but I feel like the young people, they really have a chance to feel, like, better than anything, like, some of us can imagine,
exactly,
you
yeah, and
know?
that happened for me so fast. I was like, "Whoa."
So, so would you give us an idea of kind of what one who is going to want to try to heal this way? Maybe some advice here, because first of all, I think it can be really scary to think like I'm going to try to do this myself, especially when you're not always, you're not necessarily mentally grounded. It's like it sounds like you really needed an outside person there to help,
Yeah,
like, without that somebody there to support you and give that to you, like, administer it for a
yeah,
year, it probably would have never gotten to a place. I mean, do you make your
yeah.
smoothie now? Does someone make it for you?
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
still
no,
drink
yeah,
it?
if my mom wasn't there, like, giving me the smoothie daily, I don't think I would've pulled through, like, I don't know what would've happened. Like, she was definitely, like, an angel, like, my savior, literally saving me my life. And after the year, she would give me celery juice too.
Mhm.
But I didn't like it, I didn't really drink it. It took but then near the end of the year, like, of me doing the HMDS, she would still try and give it to me, and I would try it, and then eventually I started actually drinking, I'm like, "Wait, I feel really good from this," like, I feel more energetic, like, I feel like I'm coming back to life,
Mhm.
like, even better than I was, like, before even, like, I got my like, mania and mental illness, I'm, like, feeling, like, really good. So I actually started juicing, like, celery on my own, like, by myself. Yeah, that was, like yeah, that's when I started getting into it, like,
Like a
actually.
turning point of like, "I'm taking my health in my hands."
Yeah.
Were you eating some special diet when you first started? When she first started giving that to you, what was your diet like then? And is it different now?
Well, it's actually funny because I have been vegan since I was, like, say 19? I was 19, became I became vegan or whatever. Yeah, nothing happened for me, like, I was still, like, mentally only vegan, nothing happened.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
So it
sometimes people are like,
doesn't
"Oh, it's
fix
because"
everything. Yeah.
yeah, like, people are like, "Oh, you healed because you became started eating more plants," and, like, I was like, "But I was vegan before."
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm like, yeah, so it just shows that just eating, like being vegan doesn't, like, make like, you can have mental illness
Well,
and
are
all.
you, like, on the carnivore diet now?
No.
So it wasn't like, because I hear that the other way too. I'm like, "You healed because you became vegan. You healed because you're
Yeah.
eating meat again." You know?
Yeah.
Like, I hear it both
Yeah.
ways.
No, now I'm, like, still vegan. Yeah, I'll be vegan my whole life. I love it, but, like, now I'm just doing the heavy metal detox smoothie and,
Mhm.
like, doing lemon water, adding lemon to my water in the morning, 32 ounces. It makes the water come to life and flushes your whole system. That's also, like, a really easy thing to start with if you're just getting started, like, literally just do lemon water in the morning. And then after that, I do, like, 32 ounces of celery juice, and I wait, like, 15 to 20 minutes. Then I have my HMDS to remove the metals. I'm doing that every day now
And so
too. I've been
what
doing it
is this metal smoothie?
it consists of wild blueberries, spirulina powder, barley grass juice powder, cilantro, and then Atlantic dulse, and, like, all that, like it's, like, binds everything together, and it, like I wish I can explain exactly how to but it just, like, binds everything it's like a binder, I guess. Even though when I, like, drink it, it, like, gets all, like, jelly-like, so you can tell that's how it works. It
So
works
it
really good.
so mixing those ingredients together extracts the heavy metals and takes them out of your
Yeah.
body and frees up your brain so it can be
Yes, yes,
clear. And
exactly.
not so hot and going haywire with all the electricity and
Yeah. Yeah, it calms down
adrenaline.
everything. Yeah.
Wow. So, can you actually give us a little bit more of an idea of like what your day looks like as far as what you eat? Like, what does
Yeah.
that look like?
So I do all the smoothies,
You do the water and you
yeah,
do
and I
still
do
do
the
celery
sometimes
juice
I
or
huh?
do you still do celery?
Oh, yeah, I still do 32 ounces of celery juice every day, I never miss it. Unless I'm on vacation and for some reason I can't get it, but I always try and get it. And then after I do the HMDS, I make, like, a big salad actually, like a huge salad with, like, onions and garlic and just, like, wild foods, like what is it called? Arugula, that's a really good, like, wild green to have, and, like, tomatoes, just, like, a bunch of vegetables. And then I steam potatoes, and I put the steamed potatoes in the salad, and I put, like, maple syrup on it and then lemon juice on top of that too, it's so good. It's very healing. Potatoes are very good for healing too. Yeah, it's
Wow.
so easy too, and simple.
Well, you probably wouldn't have said that was easy, at the very beginning of your journey.
I know, I wouldn't have. Now it's, like, easy to me. Yeah, it's easy to me now.
Would you
Yeah.
even eat that back then, or would that have, like, seemed gross or weird?
That's a good question. My mom, she was like she would always make us, like, salads, and I'd always appreciate it.
So it wasn't totally.
I don't know if I would've ate it back then. I've changed a lot, I feel like, since before. Yeah, with my diet. I mean, I always did try and eat kinda good, but I feel like now I'm, like, locked in because it's just, like, how good it makes me feel, and, like oh, I forgot to even mention, I've had eczema my whole entire life, like, since I was born, like, severe eczema, and now I, like, don't even have it anymore just from doing all this. Like, I still get it, like, sometimes, but it's not bad at all now. So, like, just the benefits, like, other, like, skin benefits, I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
So there's just,
Yeah.
like, a ton of benefits, and I'm like that's why I'm, like, never stopping this. I'm like, I'm just gonna, like, keep going
Keep
until I'm, like,
going. Yeah.
so high.
Mhm.
My health is, like, 100%.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so
And
it's, like I love that.
and then what did you said you had one medication left, or where are you at with
Yeah, so the last medicine was, like, lithium, that's, like, a pretty common
that is a really intense one.
that was a medicine my dad was like, "I do not want you off that."
And then did you get off that?
I didn't tell my parents, so I just did it secretly.
Mhm. And how long ago was that?
So this was, like, probably 3 or 4 years, or I think it was 3 years after my mom started, like, doing that, and I started getting into the information. Oh, I forgot to also mention my mom and I, after I started juicing celery and getting into it, we would also do a 3-6-9 cleanse once a month.
Wow.
So yeah, like, we would do there's, like, a simplified, there's a 369 Advanced, and then there's, like, an original. We would do the simplified a lot because that's, like, really easy.
Mhm.
You can do, like, steamed potatoes and, like I like it a lot, it's easy. We would do the advanced too, but that's a lot harder.
Okay. So she introduced it to you, but then you started to be like, I can feel a difference, so I'm gonna do this myself. And
Mhm.
then you both would do it together. So it sounds like she probably saw it for herself, but also for you. It's like you
Yes.
got to support each other.
Yes, exactly, yeah. We were both doing it together and doing the cleanses every, like, month, and yeah, we were just, like, literally our support systems with healing, with medical medium and everything.
Wow, that is so
Yeah.
cool. I mean, that's so lucky to have each other. I know that, like, of course, not everyone's gonna have like a partner to do all this with, but
Mhm.
yeah, what would you say to somebody who's just starting off, or if they were
Yeah.
just
I
starting off?
It's hard. I know it's hard to just do so many good tools. Like,
You
to
know.
me, I feel like the most transformative was the heavy metal detox smoothie, like 1000%. Like, I feel like even if you're eating like like a standard American diet and you're still doing that, it still works, definitely. So I
Yeah,
would say
that's good
maybe
to
just
know.
yeah, I would say just maybe bring the HMDS smoothie in.
That's really good advice because it's true. I think a lot of people see the information and they go like, "That's way too much like
Yeah.
work, too much effort. I don't want to live like that." Like, like some people, right? Maybe when you hit rock bottom, you have a different story. You're like, when you hit rock bottom, you're willing to maybe do anything. But I think this information is not just for, like, the severely mentally ill or the severely ill, period. I think
Mm-mm.
that it's for everybody. I think it's for anybody who wants to feel better than they feel, really, right?
Definitely.
And that
Yeah.
you can introduce it on any level. It doesn't have to be like Sarah's saying, like, I see that you don't have to go all the way, that you could potentially not change anything at first and just add this heavy metal detox smoothie and see how
Yeah.
that works for you.
Yeah, yeah, I know you can also just bring the 5 ingredients and just, like, eat it separately too.
Mhm.
I heard that works too also if you don't wanna do the smoothie, so that's another good option. I don't do that. I feel like it's harder doing that, so it's just
That
easier
seems
putting
way
it all in
harder.
a blender.
Tell us a little bit about, like, where you're at today and what life's kinda looking like nowadays.
Yeah,
How do
today
you
I feel
feel?
like I'm just trying to it's hard right now because it's the holidays, you know? I'm like I had, like, my birthday, I had,
How do you care for yourself around the holidays, and how do you take care of yourself around the holidays?
yeah, I always just make something separately for myself because I don't wanna eat especially Thanksgiving just happened, I just made, like, my own food.
So this is like on a lifestyle, it's all the time for you.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot, but it's
Was
worth
it
it, and
was it
also
hard?
it is. I feel like I enjoy it also though, like, I like, making food and stuff, especially making, like, delicious medical medium has pretty good stuff. I edit it a lot also though, like, I don't follow his recipes exactly, but when you figure out how to make, like, food good, it's, like, so worth it, and it's like you're eating at a restaurant if you know
That
how to
sounds
make
nice.
food good, yeah.
Yeah, so eventually you are cooking good food. It's not it starts off simple though. You could just
Yes,
steam
it does.
potatoes, but you could get more creative.
Yeah, like, I made mac and cheese for, Thanksgiving, and I made it out of, I steamed sweet potato. I did veggie broth in it, put, like, a lot of seasonings, lemon juice, that makes it really good. Yeah, and I just blend that all up in a blender, and I add, gluten-free, pea pasta, it's so good.
Mhm.
It's super good.
That sounds good. I would eat that.
Yeah, I feel like right now, though, I'm focusing on doing, healing tools and cleansing still, and,
Mhm.
I wanna get back into doing cleanses again. I haven't done them in a while just because 'cause I've been really busy and have a lot of stuff going on, but next year, I'm probably going to just get back into doing more cleanses. I still have some, symptoms, nothing, crazy. I have, a tic. I've had this since I was, what is it called? Since I was, 13, I have, a twitch. My head, just twitches like that, and that's, one of the things that has not budged for me. It's not nothing crazy, it's,
Mhm.
fine. And I still have, some, eczema that comes up once in a while, so those are, the main things I would wanna focus on healing right now.
I think sometimes we just live with the things and we're just like, "Oh, well, like, I have to deal
Yeah,
with this or put cream on it," which is totally fine, but it's like, I think you seems like you've gotten confidence from what you've healed before that you just are like, "Well, I might as well heal all these things."
exactly. I'm like, "I have hope now." Yeah.
And it truly is. It's like, gotta be, like, just the most empowering feeling to know, like, you healed yourself. Like,
It
you
is.
have some of the smartest people on your case trying to figure out you and, like, meeting and trying to figure it out and, come up with the perfect cocktail and all, like, with good intention, all really, really, truly wanting to help you and
Yeah,
all these people trying to help you, and when it came down to it, you healed yourself.
literally.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I think my mom helped a lot too, of course.
Yes, she
Yeah.
did. She, like, was definitely the bridge, but then eventually you had to take the wheel and do it
Yeah.
for you.
But I love this lifestyle. Even though it's a lot of work, it's so worth it in the end.
Yeah, I guess the alternative doesn't seem like an option at all.
No, definitely not.
So do you think you'll always eat like this?
Yes. I will
Yeah.
100%, yeah. I mean, maybe, down the road, I'll, bring some, organic tofu. I know Anthony the thing about, medical medium, he says this is for the people listening, he has, foods that you avoid
Mhm,
because certain foods feed pathogens,
mhm.
and I think that's a hard one for a lot of people, avoiding all those foods, you know?
Yeah.
The one that made me sad was, tofu or, soy, I love soy, but yeah, I've been avoiding it for a while, but maybe eventually down the road, I'll bring it back in, just
Yeah, like sometimes
yeah.
or
It's
something.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to not be strict all the time, you know? It's hard.
Yeah, I think it seems like it depends on what's going on with you when you're entering this information and you're if I was maybe in Sarah's shoes feeling like my mental health was on the line and I've literally been through freaking hell and back, like it would be a different story, you know, right? You'd be like a little bit afraid to like mess with things, or maybe how good you're feeling is what's motivating you now because you're just like, why would I
Yeah,
want to feel less good? If I
exactly.
feel this good, like I don't want to change anything.
Yeah, and I feel like another big thing is, like, lowering your fats. That has been very helpful as well, and on the cleanses, you're always fat-free because your bloodstream is your immune system, and it when you have a lot of fat in your system, you can't absorb as good nutrients that you're getting from, like, healing foods and stuff. So that's another really important thing I've noticed for sure.
So do you go pretty fat free or with the fat, or what do you?
Yeah, super light. I don't do any oils at all when I'm cooking. I use water, like, when sautéing, like, onions and everything, and I'm pretty much fat-free. I try to stay fat-free, like, all the way until, if I wanna have fat, I'll wait till, like, nighttime, like, before I go to bed, do, like, avocado. Nothing, like, crazy, nothing, like sometimes I'll do, like, coconut curry, like, coconut milk, that's really good, I like that.
Mhm.
Have
Yeah.
fat sometimes, like I did do fat-free for, like, 5 months also, I remember once, and that I feel like that was, like, really transformative for me too, like, helps me heal a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so you got to, like, do it in strides. When you felt motivated to kinda go deeper,
Exactly.
would go in these strides and have bigger healing strides also.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That empowerment that you've gotta be able to feel to have done that, and your mom and anything else or anyone else that you would like to acknowledge for
My dad,
being
he's
part
been,
of it.
like he doesn't do MM information, but he's, like, always been, like, really supportive with all this, and yeah, he's been here for me and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny too, cause my mom and I were giving him the HMDS too at some point, and he was drinking it. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that was very helpful for him. And there's also brain shots that medical medium does, which are really helpful as well. There's,
Mhm.
really, like, random things, like, things for, like, OCD, things for, like, grief if, like, someone passed away, just all sorts of things, like, relationship, just it's really cool, really amazing books. So much amazing information. Literally
Yeah.
my Bible.
Yeah.
This shirt is from the
I can
medical medium event. It says, "The light that stands in the way of the darkness." I wore this.
I love it. I love that shirt, and, I definitely I see the light and how
Yeah.
it's shined truth into your life and healing in your life, and, oh my god, what a blessing to your parents. Because just, as a mom, I can't even imagine, first of all, losing my daughter to that mental illness, like, in that way, but then to be able to bring her back,
Yeah.
you going through that
Oh, yeah.
is really inspiring.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be on this. I've been, like, wanting to just tell everybody about, med information and the smoothie especially and how, like, transformational it is. So I'm glad you have me on here today.
Yeah, my
So
pleasure. Thank you so
excited.
much for coming on. And I definitely want to make sure that anybody who's listening and who is struggling, I hope that this brings you hope. And I just want to ask Sarah if she has anything to say to anyone listening that's in the middle of anxiety or psychosis or with someone that they love, or despair. What would you want them to know?
I would want you to know that there is hope and yeah, anything is healable, basically. Anything is healable and you'll get out of it from the other side. Like there's also just so much support from the medical medium community too, which is like another big thing. So I feel like maybe just like even reaching out to like one of us, asking some questions, like we can totally help you. Like you guys can message me. My Instagram is Sarah's Baking. If you have any questions, like, I would totally love to help and support you, whoever, like, needs help
Oh.
with anything, like, I love doing that, so, yeah. The community is, like, super supportive, so,
That
yeah.
is yeah, she's definitely right about that, and I will make sure that your handle is in the description, um,
Yeah, yeah, I just
but
wanna
yeah,
help
super generous.
people.
Is there anything you would tell your younger self if you could?
I will get through this and be happy again,
My
and my
gosh.
emotions will come back, and I will be stable, not manic.
Yeah.
Yes, and just normal happy, not manic happy.
Yeah, like it's real.
Yes, and tap into my what I'm supposed to be doing this lifetime, my life purpose work too.
Yeah. Is that where you are now?
I feel
Working
like
on
I am, yeah, like, I'm getting into, like, selling vegan, gluten-free stuff. I'm figuring out that right now, and I'm gonna be, like, selling stuff at the farmer's market, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah,
I
my
can't
own
wait to see
business.
that. I'm sure she'll be posting on about it on her social when it starts to happen.
Yes, yeah, it's gonna be healing food, healing desserts.
Yeah, very good. Absolutely,
Mhm.
as it should be.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This is such a good story, and I really appreciate you being open to sharing it and being vulnerable in front
Yeah.
of all of us.
Yeah, this is
We,
awesome.
yeah, so happy to see you sitting here as a bright light, sharing this information and this truth with everybody. It's truly, truly magical. It's a blessing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you.
having me. This has been a blessing, honestly.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Just let this story remind us that healing doesn't always look the way we're told it will look. And with the right support, um, even the right information, lives can be transformed in ways that statistics don't always capture. Where there's a will, there's a way. And Sarah's story is just proof of that. And, everyone's story is going to look the same, but healing is definitely in the cards for you. I am certain of that. So thank you for joining
Yes,
us.
thank
And
you.
bye for now.
Bye.